I am happy to be back with you guys today. So last time I came in, we discovered something new about words, right? You guys discovered this really interesting idea that when two vowels are together, they make a long sound. And which sound do you hear? Which letters do you hear? The first or the second? The first, right? You hear the first. So I can tell you guys have been really doing some impressive noticing here. So these are all words that you guys have collected across the week that have these patterns. Wow. So we have leap, right, which means to jump and has our EA pattern. Beet, right, like the vegetable beet. That's a kind of vegetable. What if you had beet, this kind of beet? With the E?
Oh no.
Right? Like, oh no, I'm in trouble having a bad day. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
No.
Right? So we're also learning that words can sound the same, right? But have different meanings.
And different vowels.
And different vowel patterns, right? Beat and beat. Wow. Does that happen anywhere else here?
Grain.
So we have the word grain, which is like a kind of
Like
oatmeal grain. So we have meat, like the meat you eat. What other kind of meat do we know?
Hello, nice to meet you.
This is the kind of meat like chicken. Meat like nice to meet you is our double E pattern. Meat. So there we have another example of two words that can sound the same, but have different meanings and different patterns, different vowel patterns. Right? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Be on the lookout for that too as you're reading, right? And as you're writing. When you see those words that sound the same, right? But they have different meanings and different vowel patterns. And keep exploring and finding new words. It's really neat. I have a new message to share with you guys today. I'm going to read the message to you. I'd like you to follow with your eyes. Good morning, historians. You have been learning about why people chose to leave England to settle in Jamestown. Settlers had to bear long and hard trips by boat. What are some reasons people did not remain in England? Love, Dr. Newton. Would you try to talk and share your thinking about that question very quickly? What are some reasons people chose not to remain in England? Back in 3, 2, 1. Very nice job, you guys. I heard some readers up front talking about how some of the king's decisions influenced people to want to leave England. That's pretty interesting when we think about that. So let's take a look at our message. I'm wondering what words you see in our message that follow our same pattern that we've discovered of two vowels being together and making a long sound. Take a minute, notice. Right? When you have one that's standing out to you, show a thumbs up. Turn and talk. Share what you've noticed. Turn and talk.
The word that I found there is two vowels,
All right, let's come back in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to share with you some of the words I heard readers talking about. If you and your partner discovered these words too, you can show me thumbs up. So, one pair of readers found the word reason, and they recognized that EA pattern. If you and your partner found that, you can show a thumbs up. Nice. Nice. I also heard some readers talk about the word leave. Leave. What do you guys think? Leave. There's another EA pattern. Right? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, what else are you noticing? What are you noticing?
In a circle and England has a N.
It does have a N. England, Has A-N, good. So we have a vowel with a consonant, right? An N is a consonant, not a vowel. But I like how you're looking at how two letters go together.
Historical has 2 vowels again.
It does. Historians. Does that follow our pattern?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't. Right, because we hear 2 different sounds, don't we? So we don't hear a, like one sound like we do an AI. Like A, we hear E-ins. So interesting, right? So a lot of times 2 vowels are going to go together. You guys put your hands down for just a minute. And they're going to make a long sound, but sometimes they're not. Now, I noticed some people talking about one of the words in my message. All right, that doesn't really look right. Will you show me thumbs up if you see a word in this message? Doesn't really look right? Yeah. So, I'm noticing that this word, boat, doesn't look right, does it? So I said settlers had to bear long and hard trips by boat. You guys are already doing something that spellers do. Spellers notice when words don't look right. And you already did that. The next thing spellers do is they think about things they know to help them spell words. One of the things you can use to help you is what you know about patterns, right? So watch me. The boat does not look right. It sounds right, doesn't it? But it does not look right. I'm going to use what I know about vowel patterns. Boat. Oh. Well, I know O-A also makes the sound O that you hear in boat. I'm going to try that out and see if that looks right. And I'm just going to write it. I'm just going to cross that out right there and I'm going to write it here. Boat. I think that looks right. What do you think? Right? Boat. And there's another way to make that O sound. Okay? So one of the things you can do when you're spelling and you're trying to figure out new words is you can ask yourself, does that word look right? And if it doesn't, you can ask yourself, what do I know that can help me? What do I know about patterns that can help me spell new words so that they look right? So we're going to try this out. I have a sentence to share with you. I'm going to read you guys a sentence, and you're going to write the sentence on your paper, okay? And we're going to practice. We're going to practice this strategy. Okay, here is your sentence. Your sentence, and it fits with why people chose to leave England. Okay, listen. Settlers hoped to obtain gold. Obtain is a big word for find or get. Settlers hoped to obtain gold. Settlers hoped to obtain. Settlers hoped to obtain gold. When you're done practicing your sentence, I want you to turn and talk with the person next to you and tell them about what you thought about to help you figure out the word obtain. Okay? So turn and talk. What did you think about to solve the word obtain?
How I hear the AI and so I heard
Okay. All right, let's come back together. All right. So I want to share with you some thinking that I heard some spellers do. So there were 2 things that I heard some spellers do. So one speller said that he broke the word apart. So he said obtain. So he took it in parts, right? Obtain. I'm going to write it down here. So he said, well, I know ob So he wrote that part first. Ob. Right? And then he figured out the part tain. So that's one thing you can do, right? You can break the word into parts that you know, that you hear, right? I heard some other spellers say, well, I knew that tain, I thought about what made that A sound, right? And I thought about our patterns, and I know that AI makes A. So I made the decision to write obtain with an AI. Right? Show me thumbs up if you did something like that. So what I want you guys to be thinking about and practicing, when you come to new words, these big, fancy, interesting words like obtain, right? Any words, you have lots of different things you can do. The first thing that you can ask yourself is, does it look right? Right? Like what we do with boat. Then you can ask yourself, what do I know? What do I know? Right? And you can think about what you know about patterns. Well, I know AI makes A, and practice using your patterns, right? Or you can also say, well, I know obtain. I hear two parts. I'm going to break it and do ob and tain. Okay? So today and every day, when you practice spelling, first ask yourself, does it look right? And then ask yourself, what do I know that can help me with this word? Okay? I'm going to read the message one more time to you. Let's be paying attention. I heard a lot of people talking about, I see other patterns in here. Let's be paying attention to any words that we notice with our pattern of two vowels going together and making a long sound. Okay? All right, I'm going to read it. You could actually read it with me. Ready? Good morning, historians. You have been learning about why people chose to leave England to settle in Jamestown. Settlers had to bear long and hard trips by boat. What are some reasons people did not remain in England? All right, thank you guys. You guys can put your hands down. Why don't you just turn and talk with your partner? What is something you learned today or something you're thinking about?